Hello there, welcome to a whole new week. It's Monday's programme. I'm Anne Davis, thanks very much for joining us. And well, first tonight, and really quite appropriately given the beautiful summer weather we've had today, even though it's October, difficult to believe, but we're going to be talking about farm produce because surplus, which would otherwise have gone to waste, is now helping thousands of people across the East Midlands struggling with the cost of living. Now, the food charity FareShare is redistributing fruit and veg instead of it being just, well, thrown out. But despite that, the charity says millions of tonnes of edible produce is still going to waste, as our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
I've not put the cream on yet.
In Nottinghamshire's former pit villages, every penny counts. That's why they're on a mission here at the Now Church in Langold, offering fresh, nutritious meals for as little as £1.
Let's just say, love, I've lost a stone. I'm eating a lot healthier because I'm on benefits, but I'm also a full-time carer. Before I used to eat a lot of processed foods because they were cheaper. So this has made a huge difference to our lives.
That fresh produce is being grown on 6 farms across the East Midlands. This one's donated the equivalent of a staggering 250,000 meals in the last year. This, of course, is a business, but what they're doing here is giving away some of the fruit they can't sell, and it's all going to a good cause.
We could have a heat wave and we've got more berries than we can sell. They can be too large, possibly too small. We also have things we call misshape. The berry still tastes perfectly, beautiful, but it's not necessarily what the shopper wants to consume.
Those strawberries are being sent here to Lenton in Nottingham, where the charity FareShare is supplying community groups, helping thousands of people who are struggling with the cost of food here in the East Midlands.
This is one of our largest chillers here. It's about 1,000 square feet.
This huge chiller's helping them move away from relying on tins and packets. And Simone says they could get much more fresh food if farms received more help with the costs that involved.
It's an absolute no-brainer. There's 3 million tonnes of food that is wasted across our farms and factories every single year. A lot of that food is being ploughed back into fields because those food organisations really can't afford to redistribute that food to people that need it the most. Years ago, we'd probably just work with food banks, but we're now all working with a much bigger array of organisations. Non-perishable food does not cut it. We have to access more fresh fruit and vegetables.
And you can see how much difference it's making back at the church in Langold. In their shop behind the cafe, you can fill this bag with fresh produce for £5. That's just a fraction of the supermarket price.
They're actually being able to live now. Without worry, without all of the weight on their shoulders. And we've seen people who are making a move of getting out of debt because of this.
My 13-year-old eats a lot of food. It just helps massively. Sometimes if I'll come and do a shop, I always put an extra £5 on for somebody else that might need it, which is always... It's a nice feeling to make sure that somebody else is having that.
Back in the cafe, Fiona's enjoying some of those donated strawberries, a healthy, affordable treat. Jeremy Ball, BBC East Midlands Today, Nottinghamshire.